Homegirl, we're almost in April. What are you talking about January for? Well, the year started off rough for me and I got a lot of catching up to do. Coincidentally, I'm filming this on the first day of spring. So, I think these are appropriate. Very appropriate for this video. Let's go. We're gonna start with movies. Y'all should know by now that I'm obsessed with movies. The first movie I watched in 2019 just happened to be also a favorite. It was Bad Times at the El Royale. It's kind of like Identity meets The Hateful Eight. I like the mystery element, I like the editing, I like the cinematography. Excellent, very Tarantino style. However, there's a moment in the third act when Hemsworth shows up and it went downhill for me, unfortunately. The third act is kind of just a lot of walking around and talking shit. No real suspense or thrill like in the previous two acts. And then I just couldn't wait for it to end. Cynthia is great though. That woman could sing. Bridges is great. Obviously, I can finally understand him, which I love.
Not be running with Ned.
Last note on this film, kind of random. Bill Pullman, shout out to Bill Pullman. His son is in this film and he looks more like Tom Holland than Bill Pullman. Next favorite was mid-90s. Not staying on this long. These two. Mid-90s is a great portrait of innocence and how quickly and easily it can be lost. Go watch it. Next favorite, because this is not biased to only new cinema, just cinema I've seen for the first time in January 2019. A Fish Called Wanda. Yeah, that one. I've wanted to watch it for years. It only just became available for streaming for me. Like, what do you want? This movie is a must-see just for Kevin Kline. I don't think I've ever laughed harder at a British 80s film. Jamie Lee Curtis sexy as fuck here too. Train to Busan, which is currently and finally on Netflix. Fam, from 2016 I've been searching for this. This movie is what Burning is for me now. Maybe I'll eventually see Burning in 2021, 3 years after it's released. 2. Anyway, Train to Busan. Cried. Never cried at a zombie movie before. Korean cinema is king. They don't waste any time getting to the shits and sticking that landing. My first introduction to that very sentiment was in 2012 when I saw The Host. They showed us the monster within maybe the first 10 minutes of the film. I love that. This movie does the same thing. You're simply just never bored. And this cast though, Jesus Christ, Swen, ooh. People always text me when I'm filming. What a performance. That little girl is great. Also, the pregnant lady's husband, who I was calling Asian Dwayne Johnson, incredible. I don't know anybody's name, so, oh shit. I don't know anybody's names. There is a penultimate scene that shook me to pieces. I mean, I had to watch it like 10 times straight. This film, Train to Busan, surpasses The Host and I Saw the Devil as my favorite Korean action film so far. Last note on Train to Busan, I learned that there's already a remake in production. Boo. It's probably American. I hate America sometimes. Ariana was right. Stop remaking overseas cinema and come up with your own ideas. Lazy faces. I'm done. Did that with King Kong like 52,000 times. It's hard to call Surviving R. Kelly a favorite, but it was hella compelling. And I did watch all 4 parts straight back to back, so I was intrigued. And I'm only intrigued by shit I enjoy, so I weirdly enjoyed watching this creepy, well-done docuseries. Shit. God, that was hard to say. I feel like my bones are weakening. I'm in need of protein and calcium. Beautiful Boy is next. I like it. Leave No Trace is not so much a favorite. I just want to say on camera, because I sometimes watch my videos back and I like to look back at what I thought at the moment. And if you've seen this film, and even if you haven't, this isn't a spoiler. This is not the type of film you can really spoil. You have a father and a daughter, and they live outside, and they're comfortable doing this. He isn't abusing her, none of that. And then you have these people, these government officials, I guess they're government officials. They come and they take them away. They take them off the land. They say they can't live on the land. It's illegal or some shit for them to live on the land. They take them away They give the father a job and they put the both of them in a house. New nice house. Right off the gate. Job, house. Now my question is, there are a bunch of homeless people and single mothers living in shelters everywhere in America. Homeless people living on the street, other people with small children living on the street, living in shelters, who are in need of saving. Actually, in need of saving and looking to be saved. Unlike these folk, the father and the daughter, and these people, these government officials or whoever they are just ignoring those ones and helping those who don't want nor need help. How does that make sense? Where are the nice homes and automatic jobs for the single mothers and homeless vets? Anyway, I didn't like this movie enough for me to stay on it for this long. I like Captain Fantastic better. This is good, but it's also pretty forgettable. Next we have McQueen. God, I love talking about movies. This is who I think of when I think of high fashion. Brilliant, inspiring, mad genius. Too good for us. Incredible talent, and this doc is done super well in showcasing an extraordinary, exceptional talent. I love the editing. McQueen wasn't just a fashion designer. He wasn't just an artist. He was a visionary. He was unique. He created things we not only never seen before, but things that straight up don't exist. Fashion was his gateway, but he was showing us much more than garments. He was showing us his life, his dreams, his nightmares, his demons, his mind, his soul. This documentary floored me, but really it was McQueen who did. I knew he was an innovator and sometimes so brilliant that he seemed almost inhuman, but this film showed me he was a fucking alien, and he was merely visiting us. I just feel so unworthy watching, as I mentioned, the editing, the transitional chapters, and the musical score here are just amazing and perfectly fitting. Get it? Fitting. Fashion. Fitting. Anyway. Pan's Labyrinth! Yes, that one. What do you want? I couldn't find it, okay? It just came up on Netflix. Old movies, new movies, they are not always easily accessible. Anyway, tangent police. Keeping it short again, Pan's Labyrinth is creepy and frightening, infuriating, and beautiful simultaneously. I love it, and I want to be a child again. Thank you, Guillermo. Bo Rap! Congrats, Rami. Who even is Galileo?
Who even is Galileo?
Bohemian Rhapsody is not a masterpiece, and yes, at times it is obviously historically inaccurate. But if I don't fucking love it, guy, when I saw it in January, I watched it all day that day. I appreciate this movie because it let me know a little bit more about Queen, not just Freddie. I adore Roger, for example. I always loved Freddie and Brian, but now I know the other two, and they are delightful. Rami is fantastic. I thought this before the Oscar. I still think there are bits of Freddie missing, however. It would have been nice to see what Sasha would have done with him. Perhaps a parody comedy sketch somewhere in the future. Sasha? Rami's the only one who doesn't quite resemble his counterpart. The actors playing the remainder of the band, however, holy shit, doppelgangers. Boy erased. Yeah, so I had no idea that hitting people with the Bible made them straight. I can't believe places like this still exist today. Crow is great. I love seeing him play vulnerable. I enjoyed this more than the miseducation of Cameron Post too. Fight me. Widows. I'm on the fence with Widows. It starts off gripping, then it loses me. Crazy twist, however. The Wailing. Another Korean film that took me 3 years to see. Better 3 than 30. I don't even know, fam. I don't even know what to say about this. I mean, it's funny, it's gripping, mysterious. Shit, bro. Watch it. And The Raid 2 while I'm here. The Raid and The Raid 2. The Raid also. Well, whatever. Lastly, because this video was way longer than I thought, but like I said, January is the catch-up month. If Beale Street don't shut the hell up, I mean, could talk. If this script ain't crazy, my favorite quote. A trial is your right, but they'll bury you under the prison for forcing the judge and the DA to do their jobs. Round of applause. Round of applause. Just for that. Just for that. James Baldwin. However, Beale Street may need to grow on me. It's a fave because of that score. Oh, I love that score. Go listen to it. But I don't love everything about it on first watch like I did with Moonlight. Sorry I had to say that Moonlight. So that wraps up my January favorites movie edition. Next up is the music edition. And then February and March and y'all know. Thank you so much for watching, putting up with your girl. Let me know what you guys are watching in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe for more and share. Share. Deuces triple dub.